Alright, I'm starting the recording.
Okay.
Sup rockers, this video is about Jirachi and why we have voted as Uber a long time ago. The issue keeps coming up and people keep wanting to nominate it down, and we keep having to give the same reasons for it being Uber. And here's King Trace chiming in.
Hi. I'm here as well. I also believe Jirachi should remain Ubers.
The set-in question that's the main issue for even without hacks being able to kill most things is the Subcom Mind range set, 252 HP, doesn't matter what the 4 goes into, and 252 defense. Bold Nature. Substitute Calm Mind Thunder Water Pulse. You just plain can't kill it. There are two things that can kill it, and they're practically the same Pokemon. Water Absorb Quagsire,
And Physical Gastrodon.
and Physical Gastrodon.
You have to run Earthquake on Gastrodon to kill this thing. That's the dire straits you're in.
Yeah. Also, the Quagsire would have to be physical, but Quagsire has a physical leaning anyway, so there's no reason not to run physical on that. I've got my post here I can read to you the first paragraph of, because it's the one relevant to every discussion about Jirachi. And here's how it goes. The challenge is to name 3 counters or checks to this Pokemon. I'll spoil it to you, there are only 2 counters and 0 checks. Water Absorb Quagsire and Physical Gastrodon. Any other check or counter will have to deal with either the 40% chance to be confused, the 60% chance to be paralyzed, or both. As an Uber Pokemon, this Jirachi is expected to be on a rain team and have Stealth Rock support. This rolls out Ninetales, Tyranitar, Hippowdon, Abomasnow, and Garchomp as checks, even without the chance to be hacked, since when they force Jirachi out, Jirachi only loses 12% after Leftovers recovery, while they lost a minimum of 30% each. That's assuming that Jirachi set up Substitute on the Switch, then got 1 free attack, then switched out. Anything else someone intends to break a sub with can't survive Jirachi's hits even that well, and anything that lives them better, Ferrothorn, Latias, and other grass types, are setup fodder for Jirachi, since they are unable to break its substitute.
That pretty much boils it down. I mean, a Pokemon that's unkillable is Ubers. I mean, I run down my team, which is balanced for most weathers and most strategies, and Landorus can't kill it, Breloom can't kill it, Rotom W can't kill it, Heatran can't kill it, Deoxys D can't, it can slow it down, but it can't kill it, and what's the last? Caesar can definitely not kill it. So I have 6 Pokemon on my team that are usually checks and counters for the vast majority of the metagame that can't even touch it. 6.
Right. We can go to my most used team that I have and see if anything on it can kill it. That would be the Trick Iron Ball team, so Politoed can't kill it. It actually benefits it if for some reason the opponent isn't running a rain team with it. Breloom can't kill it. Metagross can't kill it. Tornadus can't kill it. Latias definitely can't kill it. It's one of the things I listed as setup fodder. And Tentacruel can't kill it.
So we take 2 teams with no Pokemon in common, and they're all OU Pokemon, mostly, and they can't kill it. 12 of them can't. Deoxys D, some of you don't think it belongs in OU. You think it's Ubers. It still can't touch it.
Well, we don't need to generalize our viewers. Basically, what he's referring to is Smogon has it as Uber, and we don't. A lot of people like Smogon's tiers over ours, mainly because Smogon is more popular.
I wasn't generalizing, I said some of you, and I'm confident there are some people who think it's Ubers on our server.
Alright.
But, yeah, so 12 Pokemon on our teams can't kill it. We've listed you the 2 that can. If you think there's another Pokemon that can kill it in the optimal situation that most competitive battlers would attempt to put their Jirachi in, like not switching it in on Exadrill or Garchomp or Ninetales.
Yeah, let's see. On my team, what does it have that's setup fodder for it? Latias, duh. What is
Tentacruel.
And Tentacruel. Does yours have anything?
That setup fodder for it? Yeah. let me see. Let me think. It's faster than Braylon. No, this one doesn't have any speed investment. Nothing is outright setup fodder, but that's just without hacks.
Yeah, that's just without hacks. And this is just the one set that is most problematic for most people. There's always just
Oh,
Iron Head spam that they can pull out.
oh yeah, Caesar locked into bullet punch is setup fodder, and that happens to me a lot.
Yeah.
So there you go for that. But then I can just switch into something like Rotom that can deal with it before it starts setting up, and then Thunder Para. Can't do anything.
When
Done.
when Jirachi was at the peak of usage, when everyone was using it, and that was the time when we banned it, um, most high-level teams actually ran Gastrodon specifically for the purpose of PP stalling Jirachi. They didn't even run physical. That was the only thing they could do, was either PP stall it or force it out, whichever one the Jirachi side decides to do.
And yeah, I mean, they're not even prepared for Jirachi up there much anymore. I've been a little higher, not very recently, in the last month or so, and they've stopped running Gastrodon. I mean, you could take a Jirachi out there and clean sweep. I'm curious as to why they think it's ran out of usability. It hasn't. Not at all.
It's just not a fad anymore. I mean, I think if someone took it to number 1 again, not that I know that anyone ever has had a Jirachi on a number 1 team, but I would assume they have.
I hope Righteous Path doesn't have one.
Yeah.
And he's number 1, 5, 7, and 9.
Yeah, well, he's number 1 on PO, which is now irrelevant to Smogon.
Yeah, oh, that's right. I don't keep really tabs on them as separate entities much.
Alright, and that's pretty much it for this video. It's not that you're hard-pressed to find any other counter, it's that it's impossible to find any other counter, because there are only 2 Pokemon in the game that are immune to both water and electric. Oh, my bad, Shedinja.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Shedinja does hard counter it. Good call. But yeah, so if we're talking 2 Pokemon in Shedinja, I mean, and we're
I
assuming
used to always use Shed Ninja improperly, but I still used it.
we're recording a video.
No problem. Anyway, Shedinja is just not viable these days.
Yeah, especially since the challenge assumes Stealth Rock support.
Yeah, it assumes Stealth Rock support. It also assumes that the Jirachi's team is not under some sort of mental deficit.
It assumes they're also running a Politoed and not a Ninetales.
Yeah.
I mean, you just run Doug Trio, Politoed, Jirachi, and Tentacruel. There you go. You win, basically.
2 filler, if you feel like it.
You really don't need it, and I'm hardly exaggerating.
Alright, well that's it for this.
Yep.
Comment or whatever. Dislike the
Yeah.
video. Doesn't make it not true.
If you have any questions, we've probably answered them already, but ask.
Yeah, we'll comment answers or put annotations, whatever.
Or we'll just link you to the timestamp. We probably said it.
Well, that's that. Bye.
Bye.